Hello there, dear users and listeners and viewers of YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a specific sword. It's called the ApocKatana sword, and it's been gaining traction in the community of people who are looking for like a zombie apocalypse sword, or just an apocalypse sword, or a sword that could be reliable under heavy duress in extreme environments and situations. And besides talking about the sword, I will also talk about how you can make it better for maybe 20-30 bucks. So here we go. Here's the epoch sword of mine. I bought it from the Kult of Athena, and they have sharpened it for me. I have the sharpening is not bad. I'll try to open it. I did hone the blade a little bit and made the edge on each side a bit more symmetric with a bit of filing, and then honing with the ceramic stick. So it has a nice edge, the kind of edge that you can repair easily in the field with a whetstone. It has a good point, a great force thrusting, and also they have extended the edge, made it a bit more sharp around the point, so that shows about the fact that they know what the hell they're doing with sharpening the swords. The one thing about the sword which stands out is that there is a little tiny hook here for the handguard, and so it's not quite like Shashka where you have nothing there at all. But it's not meant to be a Shashka, it's meant to be a katana that could be used with two hands if needed. I have tightened the bolts here. They were a little bit loose, but no big deal. I mean, it's a cheap sword anyway. And so it has two plastic cheeks around the full tang, and it's some kind of a hard plastic. It's fairly comfortable. I put a knot at the end to prevent hand slippage, and also there is a loop for my hand. So kind of like a cavalry saber style, I can loop it around my wrist for extra grip, and if I have to drop the sword, let's say pull a weapon of other kind, I can do so. I'm just gonna take my hand out of this loop. It was meant to be tight, so I don't easily lose it. So this is just paracord. It's one of the better ones that has inside a filament that burns really well, which could be used as a something to make candles with, or provide light in extreme situations. I bought like 100 feet of this paracord and used it in lots of different projects. Here I have it's called Segeo if it's on a katana. This type of cording, it's combination of synthetic material and cotton. So it's not quite fully synthetic, it's not quite fully cotton. It does not have that kind of a pulling sensation to it. It's not stretchy basically, which is nice. And I can make it longer, I can make it shorter, I can use it to pull it over my shoulder. Now, the scabbard part is what kind of cheapens it a little bit more. It's thin plastic. It's a good strong plastic, but it's thin plastic. I used black electric tape, which I love using for all sorts of projects, and I put it around the entire length of the scabbard. It's a couple of layers deep. It does not reflect light very well. It could be used for something else if you all of a sudden need some tape. If you don't want it to come apart, you can put little drop of a super glue at the end, and that will really solidify the wrapping so it cannot come easily apart. And the final portion which I have done, I have bought off eBay. This is called Kojiri. On katana, it's more used for tachi, for cavalry style pre-katana swords or sabers, to keep the scabbard together and also provide some reinforcement. Katana, they were not supposed to be so reinforced, so that it could come apart in half if needed, which is a whole different story. I'm going to talk about it right now. But this Kajiri for $20 off eBay was made from a good strong metal. I have fitted it on the tip of the scabbard. I used a bunch of super glue so it doesn't go anywhere. And as a result, I have something that is a bit more resilient. The tape provides extra impact resistance and holds the plastic together a bit better. I have nice sageo, so I can put it in my belt. I can hang it around myself. I can put it in my belt and tie it to my belt, like people do usually with original katana. It's important to use tools and tighten all of these screws here, because some of them may be a bit loose, and of course tighten the handle screws. So, and the sling, you could do it in many different ways, but honestly it's never gonna hurt. So this is my ApocKatana. I wanted to show it to you so you have like a reference of something that could be done to this type of sword very cheaply and greatly make it a bit stronger. The sword itself is a bit short bladed, but it's not short exactly altogether. So if you use it with one hand, you have pretty good reach. Two hands could make it very devastating cutter or thruster. You could use it as a machete and clear shrubbing. It's made from 9260 through-hardened spring steel. It has a thick back, which you could use to block other blades easily, without fear of it ever breaking. I mean, 9260 is one of the best spring steels you could get for a sword. That's not in the category of elusive super steels that are often fake. And I wouldn't trust anybody trying to sell them to you at this point unless you know them very well personally. It's a great cheap sword. It's not very pretty. It's not meant to be. Things for survival are not meant to be pretty. They just have to be effective at what they can do. So thank you so much for the time, for being with me here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye. And as always, no AI was used to make this video, because fuck AI.